What do you think kind of went wrong in the passing game down stretch?
Everything. I mean, just honestly, everything. Just we didn't execute well. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do anything well in the passing game. Just we got to make the plays when they're there. When we had plays there, we didn't hit it, or we got beat on a protection. It was just you can't really point to one thing. I think each play was just different, but each play just something went terribly wrong, and we just didn't execute.
Kravitz.
And Nyheim, in the weeks leading up to these last 2 weeks, was there anything that you saw that gave you any pause or gave you any reason for concern, or do you just feel like we're playing great and we'll just continue to play great?
I thought we were playing great, and we spiraled out of control. I mean, after Christmas, after beating Arizona, and you tell me we lose our 2 games and miss the playoffs, I would have laughed. But that's really the reality of it. We all have a part in that, just coaches, players, everybody in the building. And we really just got to regroup and, figure it out. It's on all of our legacies and it's on all of our records. So all of us now in this building, we're going to figure out how we bounce back from this. And I know me personally, I'm going to be excited to go work out. But it's starting now because yesterday it's just tough. It was disappointing.
JJ?
We heard from TY yesterday that he's still kind of evaluating his future. But if this was it for him, what did you learn from him? What did you come to appreciate about TY in the 4 years that you guys were together?
TY's a pro. Like guys like him, Jack Doyle, those are the guys I looked to when I first got there. Those are guys who my first day here, I was told it's okay to copy. And those would be TY and Jack are those 2 guys you would copy. Honestly, T.Y. taught me how to get hands off of me, like get hands off you in the passing game is how he runs routes. I learned a lot and became a better receiving back because of T.Y. And then just the speeches, he gave some of the best speeches ever. And you knew that every day he was going to come in here, and even if he wasn't 100%, he was going to give it all he had. And there's a lot of players like that. I feel like I'm like that. There's a lot of players like that. But every person on this team learned something from T.Y., and he brought more to the horseshoe than just touchdowns and, a great time. He brought a mentality, a culture, and he's a player that you want to be around. If there was 100 TYs on our team, we'd be a great team. So a lot of respect for TY, and whatever he does with his future, I hope it's the best for him.
All right, we'll go 2 more here. George Bremer.
I mean, the circumstances were different, but you were here in 2019 when you guys weren't able to make the playoffs as well. Looking back from that off season, you're able to bounce back in 2020. How do you not let this sort of linger early in the off season? How do you make sure that you're using this fuel the right way?
I mean, I can't even say lingers the word. Look, we have a lot of time to think about it. Everybody goes about grieving or sulking or doing whatever they're going to do a certain way. But I just know that I have faith that every person in this building who will be back here when it's time to come back, we're all going to think about it. I know for sure, like even 2019, I never thought about how our season ended in Jacksonville, that game we lost 2019. Same thing with this. I mean, we're all going to think about this forever. So linger may or may not be the word, but there's no way around it. We're going to think about this until we play next September. And we have to look that reality in the face and work our behinds off to make sure this never happens again, because 2019 was bad, but this year's is different. We had the world in our hands, and we didn't do it. 2019, we were already eliminated from the playoffs. Yesterday, we had a chance to make it. We had 2 win it and you're in situations, and we didn't come to play on neither of those. So really, it's just different because this is on us. So we know that. We got to take responsibility, look ourselves in the mirror, and just come back and work hard.
All right, and we'll finish up here with Chap.
Now he's sort of on that. Unless you win the Super Bowl or a high school championship or your bowl game, you're going to have it's suddenly it's over. How long does it take your mind and to just, I don't want to say move on, but move past it? Does it take a bit of time or not?
I think it depends on the person. I was a little bit flabbergasted yesterday, but in life, it's not about in life, I saw this quote: a champion isn't defined on how they win. It's how they get up when they're knocked down. So we have that championship mindset. I mean, I'm not sure how long we're going to be down and out, but I know we're not going to be knocked down for the 10 count. We might get up at 9, we might get up at 8, but I know that's just not how we are. And I know this organization, the people here, we're going to fight all the way till we can't anymore. And that's the goal. And we're going to remember this, and this is going to fuel us next year. And hopefully this time next year, it's a whole different story.
When you got up today, I mean, normally you're preparing for whatever the next game. What did you do?
What did I do?
I mean,
woke up, talked to some family. I actually hadn't been on social media since the game. I saw some of the social media stuff, so that was tough. But first off, I thank the Lord for, another year, just being able to play here another year, being able to represent the Horseshoe. And just throughout all the bad that's happened and it was a rough night. But just looking at the small victories of the good and, how we started out 1-4, then even were able to play our way back into having it in our destiny. And most teams can't even do that. So there's a lot of good from this, but obviously the bad and the hurt and pain is probably going to overshadow it. But right now we just need to, look ourselves in the mirror, look at the bad, and also remember the good we got from this and take this and learn from it.
Thanks, Nyheim.
Thank you, guys.
And the one last one, Joel Erickson.
Nyheim, you guys have generally done a good job picking yourselves back up when you get knocked down. Is there an issue with this team at all when you guys are in the driver's seat in terms of, you had 2 chances to clinch there, some of the leads given up? Is there something this team needs to learn about what happens when they're out in front?
I won't say learn, but this is a winning culture. You got to establish yourself and you got to find ways to win it. We didn't do that. I mean, there's a lot of things that happened in the last 2 games, but the point is, this is a did you or did you not business, and we did not. So there's a lot of things we can say that went one way or another, but just everybody here, you can't blame it on one person, one coach, or anything. As the 100 people in here, we didn't do what it took, and that's just what it is. I mean, I don't really know where exactly it fell apart at, but we just didn't do what we were supposed to do, because we should not be here talking to you guys about this right now. We should be preparing, and we're not, because we didn't do what we were supposed to do.